this little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine.
I'd like to read a book today called One Surprising Morning. The disciples were sad and afraid. Jesus, their teacher, had died. Now, as they sat together, they began to remember all the surprising and wonderful things Jesus had done while he was living with them on earth. Someone remembered that when Jesus was 12, he went to the temple with Mary and Joseph. When the travelers started back towards home, Jesus' parents thought he was with the crowd, walking with his friends or relatives. But when night came, they could not find him. They hurried back to Jerusalem and searched the city for him. Finally, they returned to the temple. To their surprise, they found Jesus there, sitting with the teachers. He was asking them questions about God. He said to them, "Why were you searching for me? Did you not know that I must be in my Father's house?" Then he went down with them and came to Nazareth and was obedient to them. His mother treasured all of these things in her heart. Andrew remembered a time when many people came to hear Jesus teach. They stayed and listened until it was almost dark. The disciples wanted to send them away, but Jesus said that they must feed them first. The disciples had no food and no money. Andrew told Jesus about a little boy with a small lunch of fish and bread. Jesus took the bread and blessed it, and the fish as well. The disciples started passing it around. To their surprise, there was enough food for everyone, and even 12 baskets left over. What a wonderful way to take care of his people. John thought about how just a few days ago, Jesus and his friends had come to Jerusalem. Jesus rode a gentle donkey into the city. The streets were lined with people. The disciples were surprised when the onlookers started throwing their coats on the road in front of the little donkey. Other people began to throw palm branches on the road. Everyone was shouting, "Hosanna in the highest!" Peter remembered that just 2 days ago, Jesus had a meal prepared for them to eat in the upper room of a house. The disciples were hot and tired. There was no one there to wash their feet with cool, refreshing water. To their surprise, Jesus wrapped a towel around his waist and washed each of his disciples' feet. What a wonderful act of love. Everyone remembered just how sad it was when Jesus hung on the cross. Many people wanted to see Jesus put to death. But to their surprise, Jesus prayed to God and asked God to forgive the people who harmed him. "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." Suddenly, the woman who had gone to care for Jesus' body ran into the room. They were excited and happy. They had had the best surprise of all. The tomb was empty. Jesus had risen from the dead. And returning from the tomb, they told all this to the 11, to all the rest. Do not be afraid. I know that you are looking for Jesus who was crucified. He's not here. He has been raised, as he said. Isn't that a wonderful story?